The school bell, morning times it is bitter to taste, but it is so sweet in the evening. I'll prefer the thing is PQ. Plan, prepare, perform. We follow the rule, automatically the next generation also will follow.
You will never find time for anything. If you want time, you must make it. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Seema Chhoriya, and I welcome you all to another insightful session on great principles. Joining me in conversation is my very thoughtful educator of the day, Mr. S. Santhosh Kumar. He is principal of Vighnaan E-Techno School, Ballari, Karnataka. Welcome to Great Principles, sir. We are very honored to have you with us.
Okay, very good afternoon, ma'am. Very thank you very much. I'm pleasure to have in this session today. And today, like myself, I'm working as a principal in a school and a college. I works in a Vighnaan E-Techno school and as well as NRC NEET Academy, where I can be handle the administrative part. And I used to be continuously counsel the students in the academics purpose in the competitive levels and all. And my motto of the education is I want to as much as the students has to be succeed in their life, so that what is required for that information I used to be share the knowledge, and I'll acquire the knowledge, and I'll be having a great discussion with the students and all. And as my current location, it was in a Ballari, Karnataka. I was staying from since 2016 here, and I have been a long journey in this particular area. I have been working in the schools and as well as the college as an administrator. Right now, as an administrator, I'll be looking into that students to develop all-round development in the school and as well as in the colleges also. When we interact with the students and with the students, definitely we have to cope up in a different way to them. Why? Because they'll be doing the mistakes. As an administrators, we have to be notice that, and we have to give them a clear idea about the what not to do, so that every time students they'll do the mistakes and all, so that I want to be compulsory, I'll be trying them. They should not be do the mistakes, and they have to rectify the mistakes. And I'll always say them, the biggest teacher is your last mistake. This is the motto, I'll follow it. What is the mistake we have done? We have learned from the mistake. Next time we won't be repeat. So this is the way I'll be coordinating with the students and all. I'll be connected to the as many as students and all.
Very rightly said, sir. Failure teaches us more lessons than even the success does, and every
Yes.
failure is another stepping stone towards success. So, great thought, sir. So, now, we would like you to take us back to your once upon a time. What was
Yes.
that inspired you to come to education domain, and what keeps you going here?
Actually, the thing is, when I have been once upon a time, as I used to say that as a child, as a student, generally I used to be feel that I'm not so such a very proud student. I'm also an average student and all. I used to work and all, but when as I goes to the higher education and all, I felt that the school education gives the basics to the students. If the school education is not given, the child cannot be succeed in the career. So as a interest of that, we have been turned into a as a teacher for primary, from primary level to high school level. There I have challenges I have taken the with the board exams. Why students will always fear for the board exams? What we can do as an early stage of my career, when I've been graduated and post graduation I've done, after that I'm in the teaching field. I used to teach n number of students in different methods, especially to understand their methodologies and what way they are troubling. So that after that I have been promoted as my career has also been stepped into the a level one by step of the step by step. As a teacher, I have been promoted as a vice principal, as an academic dean. Now as I'm a principal, I'm working for different organizations, and I am along with that my system, I'll follow that. Along with the student, teacher also should learn something. Then only the success ratio will be the more. That I'll follow, I'll be continuing the journey and all.
Very true, sir. Given the way the society is changing every time and how we are seeing the things progressing, especially at the COVID times, we realize that learning never ends, and the one who continues to learn
Definitely
is the one
pandemic made us to better.
yeah, it definitely, it was like, yes, there was a lot of loss that was happening, but it improved us. It shows a new path that if you stop learning, you cannot thrive. So, for thriving, our students need to have a learning attitude, and we as leaders, we as educators need to cultivate learning attitude in our students. So, lifelong learning is never stops, be whatever age you are in. So, great thoughts, sir, and your journey is truly inspirational. Now, we have reached to the very interesting segment of the show. This is called rapid fire round. You have to answer me in one word or a sentence would do. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So, here goes my first question to you. What is the first you grab in the morning?
For the academic point of view,
No, as soon as you wake up, what is the first thing that you grab in your hand?
mobile phone, obviously, to check the last message what I got in the midnight, what are the updates
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got. And most probably, as a principal, I have to check that which teacher has kept a message for today's leave.
That's true. As principal, there are so many things to look for:
We have to look
substitution,
into, we have
academic.
to look into not only our personal life, we have to look into care of the school and organization. To run an organization is very difficult, with the human resources. So first, I should check that school group what message I got at the last moment.
Absolutely. So, what shock the day is going to give me? Let me be aware of that first. So, great. Moving ahead to my next question. What is more awesome, high school or the junior college?
Obviously, high school.
High school.
Why?
Okay.
Because here we have a lot of knowledge to share the students, which they'll understand realistically. And not only I'm not saying that junior college also they'll be there. They have their something. They'll go beyond the teacher. High school, the student always depend upon the teacher only. If we suggest go for a Google or else go for any reference
Mhm.
book, then he'll go. But junior college student, he'll listen to us, but he have a bit options because he have came across the already he's a teenage and all. No, he'll have an ideas
All right. Moving ahead to my next question. What is an ideal age to be?
for ideal age of.
According to you, I mean, you have seen your life and you must be also seeing your elders. So, what do you think is an ideal age for a person to be in
Like it's like man, I didn't get you. Actually, the thing is, like as a principal, or else you're
as
asking
a
as a
person?
faculty,
As
as
a
a person.
person.
As a person, I can truly follow that. If a child, when at the age of the 10, we have to see his academics and all, how he is performing, he is lagging or anything. If he has been tuned in a proper way at the age of 10 or 12, then automatically the success rate will be the more. We can't teach whether it's 0 or 2. It maybe gives a result, but we have to cross check at the age of the 10
Yeah,
years.
because as age progress, it becomes very difficult to mold the
Very
thought
difficult,
process
very
and
difficult.
yeah,
Because we'll
absolutely.
see sometimes, a student comes from the 10th class, he don't know the alphabet. Sometimes maybe it happens because of the system. Maybe he's not be taken much care in the school and all.
Right. All right. Moving ahead to my next question. How do you spend your family time?
Oh, it's like very less time I'll spend with my family, especially my mother and father. Why? Because I'm staying with the away from the nearly 100 kilometers, and once in a week I'll go and meet, and I'll be in a phone touch with them either evening or morning. And most of the time in the journey, I'm missing my friends also. I'm unable to speak with them, and I'll be always been associated with the schools and staff, students. This is my life. It become personal life. It is has been like a thinking. It's have a limited time to spend with them. Whenever holidays comes, the first priority will be the family.
What is one thing about you which many people do not know?
Like the thing is, I'm not an open book. Whatever my personal information, it is in a closed book. They don't know what I'm doing, what I'll do. They
Okay,
just
so
their
you
morning as soon as they come to the school or anything, generally any of the staff or anyone will have a sad and all. I never feel to come for school sad and even if I have a problem, it cannot be shown in front of my teachers or my students. It will be behind me or inside of me only. That will be attitude I'll be learning. I've been continuing with that. I never discuss my personal problems in the schools and all.
yeah,
It may
and
be a
that is what we all need to learn to keep your personal differences, your choices, your problems aside and be ready for the challenges which work will throw you, because if you are binding up everything, how are you going to focus on the work? And it truly affects everywhere. So
Yes.
that's a beautiful work that you're doing, sir, and that habit should be developed by each one of us. Moving ahead to my next question: what do you do when you're not working? What are your hobbies?
Listening music, and I'll be like always active in the social media to learn the new things and all. And listening to any, like if suppose any concert or any new system or as the research of the books, if suppose academic year is coming near, which books I want to choose for my child, in my children in the school, which can be better, and what activity I can do the better to them, research work on the school activities and co-curricular activities like these and all, I'll do it of
Okay. My next question to you: which one do you prefer, logic or creativity?
creativity.
Creativity? All right. Coming up to my next question now. If you were given a choice to make a wish for yourself, what would you wish? It would be purely for your own self.
Okay, for myself, the thing is, what I can say that this is very difficult to answer. It's very simple question. I want to think and say answer and all. Wish means, the thing is, morning school time should be. It will be late, delayed. Morning school
All
bell will be
right.
delayed.
I never thought a principal would answer that or wish for that.
Why? Because we have to be on our foot to come to the school in time. So that it has been delayed, it will be helpful. But it's like it's not compulsory. We'll say that. uh, it will be like a we'll free in the morning session. Basically, why I said this, when I heard a quote, it is the school bell morning times it is bitter to taste, but it is so sweet in the evening. Same bell that doesn't have any taste or
Yeah.
anything. But when you listen the morning time, it is very irritative. But evening it is very happy. When it rings, smile comes on our face.
Yeah, who doesn't like that work is over now? I'm going back to my place
Yeah,
and will be in
that
my
is
home, relaxing, certainly. Moving ahead to the last question of this segment: how do you like things to happen? You like to organize your life, or you want let things to happen in the manner they come in?
no, we have to be organized. Why? Because if we are not organized ourselves, we can't organize in a system. We cannot organize in a school. The thing is, everything should go on in a proper way, and we have to generally I'll free. So that only I have chosen the topic is time management here. I'll just
Okay,
definitely I'll prefer the thing is PQ, plan, prepare, perform. This is the my
wonderful.
always I teach for students or my teachers. And why? Because if you doesn't plan, you can't prepare anything. If you didn't prepare, you can't perform anything. So that I'll be feeling that organizing is very, very important to get a success.
Having said that, sir, may I ask you, do you like surprises or not?
Definitely.
You like surprises. So, in an organized
Yes.
life, you do like surprises, right? All
Yes.
right. Okay, wonderful. It was very interesting to know you in this segment. In little words, also, there was so much fun, and we got to know a different side of yours altogether. Moving ahead to the last question of the show, which is also called the expert talk question. We were just talking about time management, right? So these days, when you meet kids, there are actually so many expectations from them. We want our children to excel in sports and academics and other skills. With NEP coming in, they should have industrial visit also. I mean, what all the poor souls, I think they are just so many things are bombarded on them and with so many expectations. And we all have just 24 hours in a day. What would be your guide to our students on time management to develop holistically?
The development for the student, I'll suggest the students is first, they have to decide what they want to do. If suppose NEP says that one foreign language, which language we have to choose, how it will be helpful for my future, and technical knowledge, which I have to choose. If suppose I am good at computers, I don't want to learn about agriculture. I have to take the choice is very, very important what we are going to select. So in that way, student has to be aware of what they want to become. If suppose a student want to become an engineer, he has to focus how to become an engineer along with the extra subjects also. I can't say that you want to avoid the science and all. Everything is an important to him and he has to learn, but he has to focus on his career, what he want to become. So that career planning is most important for the student to what he can take. And as NEP says that the thing is visits, trips, they have to maintain the books, and they are sometimes they'll say that we can choose your subjects. But the thing is, on paper it is good, but in existence it comes to that, to maintain the school and to organize them and to give them a solution. It takes a bit time to adjust the NEP and all. But I hope the best, the better education is coming in front of us for next generations and all.
Absolutely, sir. So, sir, how do you guide the children to ensure that they have mentally as well as physically fit mind, body, and soul?
Just generally, first the thing is, maybe the especially when the schools comes, only the thing is we'll focus on the board exam students especially. Why? Because it is a prestigious in the market for us and as well as for schools also. So that first we have to be very interactive with the student each, and we have to make them, and we have to interact, and we have to take them their strengths and weaknesses, and we have to eliminate their weaknesses day to day, and making them to focus, especially in that area. I'll focus on the students is, some students, the question paper can be divided into two types. Something, one part is, I can say that it's a theoretical part, and one part I'll be finding that skill paper. So like diagrams, map pointing, like graph, or like letter writing. These are the skill oriented. If we teach them skill oriented, they also can be succeed in their life. And we have to make as much as examples to be given, and as much as of n number of revisions we can be conduct, and as much as we can given a written work, and let them make themselves also, they also know something. And it makes that students to develop a, and develop himself into all-round development. He is also, he'll be getting a confidence about the, if you see the textbook, what you'll get means, sir, I know few things, I can draw this one, sir, I can be do this problem, I can do. Because we have to build the confidence in the students to make himself to achieve the success.
Absolutely, sir. Completely agree with you. Yes, so very rightly said, sir. All of us has 24 hours and we all need to understand how to manage time well. And as
This
sir
is very
said, and I think if I want to sum up sir's answer, there is one thing that, as sir said, prioritize what you want. Because if you prioritize, then you automatically find time for everything. And
yes.
actually, I also believe that there is no one who cannot do everything that that person wants. We all make a lot of excuses, and in back of our mind, we also know that how much time we actually have and we do not have.
Yes.
So I cannot agree when people tell me that I'm busy and I don't have time.
I don't
You
have
can,
time.
you,
I don't do. I can't do this. Itself,
yeah,
it is saying. It's like whenever I feel that impossible, it is saying that I am possible.
yeah, absolutely. So
Uh,
respect
we have
time
to-
for,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Please
No,
go
no,
ahead, sir.
sorry, sorry, sorry. Correct, correct.
So, I think on this beautiful time management discussion today, I would like to end the session by just one thing, that we all must respect each other's time. Whenever you have given time to anyone, kindly respect that time and be on time, because time is very precious, and do not waste yours, neither of the person who is waiting for you. Because we all have the habit of following the Indian standards. So, let's raise our own standards, right, sir? So, I think, sir, we should
Generally,
all.
people will say that if suppose 10 o'clock meeting, generally our Indian psychology will say that, can I go at 10:30? It will be nothing will happen. See, the thing is there we have to check the patience of the people, and as well as that we should be. If suppose a teacher is coming late to the school, teacher cannot ask the student to why you're coming late. If we
Absolutely.
follow the rule, automatically the next generation also will follow. Especially student in front of the students, what we do, definitely there will be replica of us. So that we have to kindly motivate our students to do the good things. And teacher ourselves, it is a noble profession. Here we have to be honest, and as well as be a role model in their life.
Absolutely, sir. So, under Santosh sir's guidance, and as we are nearing to 75 years of our independence, let us break this label of Indians coming late, and let's try to inculcate a habit of being on time always. And I'm sure we will break the Indian standard of reaching late
Definitely.
everywhere. So, to all my dear viewers, let's respect the time and be on time. As we are completing 75 years, let us ensure that Indians are labeled as punctual, diligent, dedicated people who respect time. So, on this lovely note, we would end the session now. Thank you so much, Santosh sir, for your time with us. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and I'm sure my
Thank
viewers
you.
learned a lot. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.